welcome to some show with Kay.
And Tim.
Yeah, we don't know.
You know, it's not couples therapy here because I didn't do the fade in.
Oh, we were trying to debate whether this was traveling fools or couples therapy. Frankly, the traveling is part of the couples therapy, so it might just all become one and the same. No, actually, for traveling fools, we'll speak about traveling things specifically. But with couples therapy, we'll speak about traveling.
Or other subjects.
Something. We'll do something. So what would you like to talk about?
You know, I don't know.
We should probably have a game like Cards Against Humanity or something where we just randomly draw a card and say, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we probably don't want to use Cards Against Humanity.
You'd be scared what he'd be talking about, I'm just saying. I usually get the ones where people give answers that have absolutely nothing to do with the question or the card, the setup. They just give me cards with words on them that I don't say out loud. I don't even think most of them I say in my head. And I'm scared to go look up things on, what is it, that little dictionary?
Urban Dictionary.
Oh my God, I can't, no.
So this is turning into a couples therapy?
I think it's couples therapy. Hi, I'm Kay.
I'm Tim.
And welcome to
Couples
Couples Therapy. I think we've decided that's what it is.
Yeah.
Marco says it's going to be Couples Therapy. I think y'all have kind of been keeping up with our animals and everything. We have the 5 dogs and 2 cats. The dogs are 2 large ones, Molly and Gus. Very steady, very good, solid
Good
names.
hearty names.
Yes. And they're gorgeous. Gus is a Labradoodle. Gen 2 for both, which means that both
F2.
parents were also Labradoodles. Huh?
Nothing.
What were you saying?
I said F2.
Okay, yeah, Generation 2, F2. And Molly is a Golden Doodle, but I think one of her parents was a Golden Doodle and the other was a...
Golden Doodle.
No, she's not a Generation 2.
No, I thought she was.
No, she's not. One of her parents is one or the other.
Okay. Well,
There we go. Anyway, she's about 65, 70 pounds. He's about 60, 65 pounds. She's a little taller than he is. She's a lot fluffier than he is. He's black with some silver sprinkled through his hair and not from his age. We got Marco, the Maltipoo here, Tim's baby, whose name is spelled M-A-R-K-O.
C-O.
Just saying.
C-O.
The vet never knows what to look up because his name's spelled with a K. And then
That's why
Tim
they look
wants
them
to
up
throw
by
a
our
C in
phone
there.
number.
We have Chalupa. Chalupa is a Chihuahua plus something. Pug, maybe. Min Pin, maybe. We're not sure. We got him from, most of ours are rescues.
He's a chug.
Yeah, we got him from San Jose County, and I have to tell you, we went there to get a pit bull because I love pit bulls. And here in Phoenix, everything in the rescues are pit bulls. It's like all over the place, which is fine with me. I don't like them being in a rescue. But we went to get one, but almost every single thing was a Chihuahua. And you have his head was so tiny compared to his big old ears. He grew into that, trust me.
He outgrew his ears.
Yeah, I think he outgrew his ears.
He was in the very last kennel. He was just sitting there looking all pathetic like little chihuahuas do.
Sitting at the front, very patiently. Then he started whining at me.
And it was game over.
That was it. So I sat outside his kennel while Tim went and got all the paperwork and everything. And he's a doll baby. My children call him their little gordito. And then we have Jack Jack. Jack Jack the beast.
Jackass.
Jack Jack the shit. Just love the dog. He came to us as a rescue. He was about 10 months old, and you could definitely speak the little beast's name and he shall appear. Definitely a street dog before we got him. He has some interesting mannerisms, but very smart, very fast, very sweet until he decides not to be sweet. That's why his name is Jack Jack. He's named after little Jack Jack on The Incredibles, who you don't know if he's going to go through a wall or burst into flame or shoot lasers from his eyes. Who knows what's going to happen?
Or run away to the point where you burn your feet on the hot pavement.
Oh, you should tell that story.
I think we did.
Tell it again. Briefly.
Briefly, okay. He got out when someone came to the front door, the little jerk, and I had a choice. I could either go back in the house and get some shoes on, or follow him so I didn't lose him. In Phoenix, in the middle of summer,
Asphalt's probably 300 degrees or something.
in the shade, I decided just to go after him.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
Yeah. Second-degree burns, both feet, blisters. I couldn't stand. I
Oh,
couldn't walk.
feet.
She had just gotten out of town. She was on the plane when
I
it
landed.
happened.
He's like, "Did you get my messages or my calls?" I'm like, "No," and he tells me, and I'm like, "Just landed for an off-site with my boss in Denver, and first time we were ever going to meet in person." And I'm like, "You need me to turn around and come home?" He said no. He called his mom over, called his brother to take him to urgent care because he couldn't drive, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. He was in agony.
Yes, I found out that the those little cooling towels that you get, like frog togs or whatever, the evap cooling towels, those are the best for wrapping up your feet. Fortunately, I don't know why, I decided to get the two of them that we have and wet them down, roll them
froze
up,
them?
and put them in the refrigerator so they'd be cool just in case I was going to cut the grass or whatever. And it was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so his brother took him to urgent care. His mom came to stay with them the next day because of the dogs. He couldn't get up and let the dogs in and out. Really?
I couldn't stand up to get from the chair to the toilet.
I'm trying to shut the dog up.
Yeah, I know.
You know which one it is.
It's yours.
Yeah, Jack. He couldn't do anything. And so his mom came over the next day. I arranged for the pet sitter to come over and feed the dogs, help take them outside. And eventually we just got him we have a wheelchair for me, but it's one you push. It doesn't have the big wheels on it so that people can push themselves because that's not me. So we ordered one with the big wheels on it so he could sit in the wheel because he was sitting in an office chair and propelling himself by pushing off the walls and get on the couch and spin in circles and
I learned how to do that when I ruptured my Achilles.
So we bought him a wheelchair with the big wheels on it so he could roll himself, which would be good for us to go. We'll probably take that one traveling with us now.
Yeah,
traveling.
Fortunately, the pain went away after the first night. So
Oh my God.
couldn't feel anything on my feet.
You know what's
from
the
then on.
weirdest thing? He said that whenever he would go from the wheelchair to the couch and he was moving his legs, he could feel the liquid in the blisters moving up and down. I'm a nurse and that's like, ah!
It was a weird sensation.
But eventually they popped. I told him, I'd probably have popped them already because, that's what I do. But they popped. They dried out about a week ago, I guess. The dead skin finally came off. And yeah, his feet are nice and pink and fresh with no calluses.
Tender. It's amazing how much texture I can feel in this tile floor that we have. It's like every crack I can feel how unlevel the floor is between the tiles.
Yeah.
I go out there on the patio with the dogs and I can feel the heat.
He's the princess
on the cool deck.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. He needed to work on his feet. They were getting very hard, very calloused, and I don't think this burned all of that away.
No, it didn't.
But he's got to work on them now because being diabetic, his feet are very sensitive and not healing as well as they should.
Yeah, they're healing.
But I will say everybody at work asks about him. How's your husband doing with his feet? Is he good? They heard the stories. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's what he gets up to when I'm gone.
Yeah.
But you had a job interview today.
I did. It was second round.
Okay.
And it was it was supposed to be a full panel, but only two of the interviewees today. The other ones got rescheduled till tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm in interviews from 9 a.m. till 3 in the afternoon. And your battery power is now at 15%, just so you know.
Well, that's okay. It'll last. It'll last for us because we're at 9 minutes, so we're almost done. But I will say that there's a couple of things I've learned about his job search, and I, had a couple of applications out there when I was looking too, and ageism is a real thing. I don't think I faced it.
Even when you look this good.
Even when you look that good. Ageism is a real thing, especially in IT, where, all the brilliant technicians are the younger generation, and in Silicon Valley we knew we faced it because the big tech companies there had a rule that they didn't hire anybody over 35 or something. I mean, they face lawsuits from it. It's been in the news. But yeah, it is. But I will say one of the things that I learned, other than I do believe in the ageism, is that potential employers will ghost applicants. And I don't like that. I've seen a couple of articles around LinkedIn about, what applicants should be doing with the jobs and things like that. And I have to say, the biggest thing is, if a company has decided not to hire you, why not let you know? Why disappear? In Tim's field, maybe it's not such a small community, but in my field, it's a small community. I'm going to run into you.
And you have.
And I have, and the people have
Awkward.
looked a little embarrassed. I'm like, hi! And they're like, hi, Kay. Okay, you can't run forever. I'm not going to have really bad thoughts about you. You just lose a little bit of my respect. And I get it. It's a hard thing. Especially in my field, a small community. It's kind of a hard thing to tell someone no. I get it, but it's better than never getting back to the person, right? Is that it? We're done? Okie dokie.